Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm your friendly neighborhood tarot reader, Tori, with Clearing the Air Tarot. This message is for all of my cardinal signs. So if you're an Aries like moi, a Libra, a Capricorn, or a Cancer, or anybody with those placements in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever resonates for you, then this message is for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning patron, welcome back. This is your monthly healing focus for the months of July and August. I am not taking any personal readings at this time. However, if you want to leave a comment below, if you want to email me with comments or questions, you absolutely can. However, if your questions are geared towards advice or basically asking for a reading, I will not respond. I'm so sorry. Not sorry. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull your oracle card from the Okana Oracle for your, this is shadow work based, so this is going to be for your month of July and August. What is the healing focus for all of my cardinal signs? What is the healing focus for all of my cardinal signs for the month of July and August? Healing focus for my cardinals for the month of July and August. Woo! We have Vex. This is, I'm trying to get it to focus so you can also read it. There it goes. There is fire within and fire without. And so what this card talks about is basically comparing yourself to others, comparing what you have to what other people have. And there is a root cause for all of that. I'm going to read specifically from the book, and it's so funny because I pulled this earlier. I pulled this earlier for my sister who is a Libra, and the message is just so profound. So your shadow element is harboring jealousy or comparing oneself to others. Comparison is a thief of joy. Whether it's comparing material success, perceived spiritual alignment, social popularity, talent, etc., this card suggests that you or someone may fall prey to comparing oneself to others in a way that is not motivational, but instead harmful. While it's not easy to admit to oneself when they feel it, jealousy is present when the feeling of sadness or anger rear their heads at the announcement that others are receiving the good fortune that one may believe they themselves deserve. This can manifest itself as downplaying the good news people share, riding the coattails of you or your friend's success to claim a piece of the pie, or visibly shutting down when good things happen to others. Jealousy is as common a human emotion as anything else, and ignoring its existence doesn't hide its manifestations in the everyday. This card could be asking, how has the negative emotions that bubble up from comparison manifested in your actions or negative self-image? And how has comparison affected your relationships? Woo! So, there is fire within and there's fire without. From personal experience, anger is the surface emotion, and underneath the iceberg, right? Underneath the ice, it's like the iceberg analogy. At the top, the surface, you think that's how big it is. You think that's just anger. But if you look really, really closely, and you look under the surface, you see how big it actually is. From personal experience, anger is just a manifestation of grief. And I feel this kind of sadness and confusion and unsurety. There's an energy surrounding you guys or this specific collective about your circumstances that's made it very hard for you to manifest something in your life. And you're seeing everybody else getting what you think, you know, getting what they want, or getting, you know, all the success, the accolades, the relationships, the promotions, whatever the case may be, the recognition. And it's like, where is mine? But the way the collective is approaching this is from a negative self-talk. I'm not doing good enough. There's something that they're doing that I'm not doing. I'm not getting X because they did interaction here. And instead of it being a positive motivator, like, you know what, I can go out and get these things. I just need to, I'm going to change the way I'm doing it. I'm not going to do it exactly like them, but I can do this. I can be successful. It's almost like it's keeping you stuck. It's almost like the feelings and the emotions are so overwhelming that you're actually not doing anything about it. We're gonna pull some tarot. Whew. We are gonna pull some tarot for this situation from the Muse Tarot. So may I please have 3 cards for my cardinal signs. I almost said fire signs. Some of you guys could be dealing with a fire sign. 3 cards, please. So we have the Page of Inspiration, but actually I wanted to come out in the reverse, so I will read it in the reverse. We also have 2 more cards, please, for, oh, there was one that flipped over in the deck, so we're going to take it. Page of Materials in the upright, and we got our last card, the Devil. Eesh. Híjole. Okay. So the Page of Inspiration in the upright. So you can see the image of it. And you kind of see this woman in her hair. It's almost changing colors just like this. It's almost like she's trying to receive those downloads, right? She's trying to receive the creativity. And you have 2 black cats here that represent power, cunning, wit, the power of manifestation. Black cats are perceived as unlucky. At least that's what they originally told us. In the US, they say that black cats are unlucky, but in reality, they're the luckiest cat that could have ever crossed your path. They share their power, their creativity, their boldness with whoever comes in contact with them. And so with it coming in the reverse, it's almost like this collective may feel like they're losing out on their creative power. They're grasping at straws, trying to find their own power, your own power and your own creativity. And it's almost this feeling of stagnation. You're losing your power. You feel a loss in your power. And this loss in your power comes from the Page of Pentacles. And while it may look like she's being inspired, right? She's actually mirroring this rose. She's trying to become like the rose. You're losing your power because you're comparing yourself to other people. You're losing out on your power because you're thinking from a basic mindset. Pages are, they're more of an immature mentality, immature energy. And so comparing yourselves to others, you're like, that's what I need to be like. I need to be like that. Rather than it being an inspiration, it's now become a chore. It's become frustrating because you're putting into your effort not to match the energy of something or someone. You're trying to be exactly like something or someone. And so when you don't get that in return, when you don't get the result that you desire, it throws you in this stagnant energy. It throws you off balance. You are a cardinal sign. You set the trends. You are the initiators. You are the beginning of every single season. Aries is the beginning of spring. Cancer marks the beginning of summer. Libra marks the beginning of fall. And Capricorn marks the beginning of winter. You guys are the initiators. People follow behind you. And so with you trying to follow other people and follow other people's trends, you guys are trendsetters. So instead of following your own trend or creating your own trend, you're losing your power because you're following behind other people. You're not inspired by what other people do. You inspire yourself. You get inspired from the divine. And the last card that we have here is the Devil. And the Devil in tarot always speaks to attachments, right? There are strings here. But the funny thing about this card is that there's an illusion of control. There are strings that go here and here. And both of these individuals are actually holding strings that also loop around the woman's wrists. And it's almost like you think you're controlling the situation. You think you're in control. But the reality is you're letting the situation control you. Be transformed by it. You're being transformed by it. It's pulling you out of character. But the butterfly signals transformation. This energy is going to help you grow either way. This is a lesson that needs to be learned. This is an emotion that needs to be addressed. This is something that you need to free yourself from. Ask for help from the divine. Ask for guidance, which is exactly what we are going to do, starting with the clarifying card for the Page of Inspiration. And I didn't even ask anything yet, so we are not taking all of the cards that just fell out. One card for the Page of Inspiration, please, for advice for my cardinal sign. So we have the Hermit, clarifying that, yes. Page of Materials. One for the Page of Materials, please. One for the Page of Materials, please. Oops. Hate it when that happens. One for the Page of Materials. We got the Hierophant. And that actually came out in the reverse. I'm going to take it as is. And one for the Devil, please. One card of advice for the Devil, please. One card of advice. One card of advice for the Devil, please. Oh, it came out. Six of Inspiration. Completely missed that. Alright, so clarifying the Page of Inspiration in the reverse is the Hermit. It's time for you to go on a spiritual retreat, right? Maybe not physically, maybe so. spend some time out in nature, ground yourself again. I keep, this is going to sound so silly, thinking about the Lion King where Mufasa tells Simba, like, remember who you are. And it's like, you go on this, if you see the individual in the card, she goes on this journey through the desert and she comes upon this tree, and here comes this light. It's like she's receiving enlightenment. She's receiving messages while sitting under this tree. It's time for you to go within spiritually, work out the root of this issue, work out the emotions behind this, right? And that inspiration is going to come to you. It's time for you to find yourselves again. Do the things that spark creativity in you. So some of you are writers, some of you are musicians, some of you are painters, you're creators. You guys are cardinal signs. Some of you are very, very passionate about what you do at work. And it's time for you to tap back in to who you are and work through this spiritually. Here you have, clarifying your page of materials, is the Hierophant. And so this one is different from the traditional tarot in the sense that usually there's an older, much wiser man, and you see individuals pleading with him or petitioning him for his guidance and his knowledge. But this kind of goes along with the Hermit's message of tapping back into self. It's about reconnecting with the self on a spiritual level, reconnecting with your guides. Instead of looking at others, for inspiration, right? Or instead of looking at others to compare yourself to, why not see yourself as goals? Why not see yourself as inspiration? See yourself as a higher being. See yourself as, this is the person I aspire to be. I aspire to be my highest self. And that goes back into getting grounded again, meditating, doing some kind of creative projects, get away from the screen for a while, get away from your phone, get away from, oh, I heard so-and-so got this. Like, tap back into self. Tap back into self. Oh, I heard so-and-so got a raise at work, and you feel some type of way about it. But didn't you just say you don't want to be at that job no more? Are you really that upset? Or do you remember, oh, you know what? What do I need to be upset for? Like, I want to leave. I don't want to stay and get promoted. I want to leave. So why should I be upset about that person's success? Or I don't want to, I was like, oh, so-and-so got engaged, got married. Oh, wait, that's not what I want for my future. Why am I getting upset that this person are getting together? Why am I upset that my ex is getting married? That's my ex for a reason. So there's so many things that if we just stop and really think about it, it's like the reason why we feel that way is because we're comparing other people's success to what we think we should have and what we should want, when that's not the case. So the Six of Inspiration, clarifying the Devil, is you just want the recognition. Some of you may just want the recognition for it. You want to feel like you're on top again. Be you. Be unapologetically you. There's a reason, again, that you're the initiator of the zodiac signs, Cardinals. There's a reason you were born at the beginning of every season. There's a reason you guys are the fire starters. There's a reason why other people, whether you realize it or not, follow you. You already have what it takes to be the baddest, okay? You don't need to be, you are the blueprint, basically. You don't need to follow anybody else's blueprint but your own. You already know what to do. You have the knowledge, the tools, the skill sets, the spirit team behind you. And so by you doing you and freeing yourself from this attachment of wanting what other people have, comparing yourself to other people, when you stop attaching yourself to that and to other people's expectations, you are golden, my friend. I'm going to pull one final advice for you. One final advice for my cardinal signs. I think that's only fair just because I pulled one for the fixed signs earlier. And you guys, if you have other placements, fixed sign or mutable sign in your chart, go ahead and watch those videos. Especially if you have any of those other signs as your sun, moon, or rising, because they may actually resonate with you as well in those areas of your life. So one last card for my cardinal signs. Oops. The Six of Emotions. Yeah, tap back into self. She's holding a mirror here, and in this mirror is a little version of herself. Just being completely free, being imaginative, being, it looks like she's acting out as if she's a airplane pilot. There's a planet, I'm assuming a planet back here. It looks like Saturn because it has a ring around it. But get back in touch with your dreams, your goals, your inner child, because that's who needs healing right now. For a lot of you, this comparison may stem from childhood trauma, especially those of you who have dealt with neglect or absentee parents, people who weren't emotionally available, or just any kind of situation where you found yourself comparing yourself to other people. I need to be like this because mom and dad really liked this person because they're this and they're this, or mom and dad didn't love me enough because if they did, they would actually be here with me. You know, just little things like that, or not little things, but things like that. Get back in touch with self, and it'll help to free you from this energy and this mindset, this stagnation. All right, my cardinal signs, that is your monthly healing focus for the months of July and August. I am sending you so much love and light and support. Take care.